Hello. Hopefully, I'll be able to see the chat. Doing this slightly differently this time. Let's see what we can do here. And 2FA. I'm trying to do this in such a way that I can actually see the comments in an easier way, but we'll see whether Google is going to play with us today or not. There we go. Hello, Leo. Okay, I can see chat. That's good. That's good. That's good. We're good now. Hello, Silver. Thank you for popping through. I did another one of my random, very spontaneous things, didn't I? I'm actually in my pajamas, guys. I was going to get ready to have a chill night, but I kind of saw what was happening with the video I released and thought maybe I should stop through and say hello. Hello, Jill. Is everyone okay tonight? Hopefully everyone's all right. No. Aw, thanks, Jill. Thank you for finding me. Why are you a new person on my channel? Was it the stories that you found, or was it the JiKook only fact stuff? Hang on. Come here. Come here, baby. Say hello. Say hello. This is Yungi, everyone. It's always a good stream when you start with the cat, isn't it? Right. Now you can go. Now you can go. Silver, if you can't be here, don't be here. Take care of your family. It's all good. Hello, Evelyn. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful to find out that there's new people here. This is lovely. Oh, Michelle, I hope you feel better from your cold. Change of seasons, isn't it? We've had soup like 3 times in the past week. And it sounds really good, but I did tell my husband I was thinking we're starting to feel a bit like a medieval peasant because we're eating soup all the time. But it's like something in the change of seasons. You want something hearty and healthy and warm. Oh, good. Thank you, Jill. I'm glad that you watched that video. I don't do camera stuff very often. I mean, the people who are here who've been part of my channel for a while now know that it's seeing me do an actual video. I'll do live streams occasionally. That's fine. Talking to you guys is easy, but going on camera like that for me is not something I would normally do. But I think it's something really important. It's something that's been a problem lately, and I felt like I needed to say something. Annette. Hello, Annette. There's a great mix of old people and new people. So, have you guys read? I'll start with the Halloween one. Have you read Carve Me Up, which is the collab I did with Addison Eden? If you haven't checked out, if you're new to my channel and you haven't checked out Addison's channel, Addison writes great JiKook. Tends to be spicier than mine, but also tends to be have a lot more kind of supernatural elements. Familiar Pleasures has Demon as Shin the shapeshifter, so as a cat shapeshifter, and there's a great angel and Jungkook is an angel, and there's another one coming. Anyway, it's really, really good. Kind of just a touch of the supernatural. Thank you, Jill. Love. We need more love. The fandom world. Love is what will solve things. So what did you think, Michelle? I'm not supposed to say until I get Addison's approval. Addison's really curious to know whether the people who've read can pick out which character I wrote and which character Addison wrote. When we write together, because we've written a couple of stories together now, we tend to take one or the other. One of us will take Jimin and the other will take Jungkook, or switch, because we do switch as well. And write from that character's point of view, banter kind of back and forth. And it's always interesting to see whether you guys can pick out writing styles, which one is me and which one is Addison. So it was fun. I was enjoying the whole pumpkin patch, cozy pumpkin carving competition between the two of them quite a lot. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I've got another Halloween story coming. I was hoping to have it out on Friday. Mergen, if you're watching this, apologies, but I don't think I'm going to have it done for Friday. It would probably be better to have it out the Friday before Halloween anyways. So that's going to be amazing. That's going to be fun. Mergen gives great prompts. I always love getting a commission from Mergen. Mergen gives great prompts. So that will be out. And then, of course, we're starting When the Storm Breaks, which is the Alpha Omegaverse JiKook story that I gave a bit of a teaser for. The whole idea was that Wednesdays, you were only supposed to get these little 10-minute teasers, but you went and sponsored the first one for such a huge amount that now I owe 25,000 words, which I'm incredibly grateful for. But that's kind of changed that whole 10-minute on a Wednesday thing, hasn't it? And of course, Pure was another commission from Keisha. So that ended up being, because it was multi-episodes, I didn't want to make you guys wait till the following Friday. Thank you, Marguerite. I'm glad that you enjoyed Pure. Pure was an interesting one for me to write because I love writing canon, but the twist that Keisha gave me was that bit about Jungkook's contract being different and how that would affect JiKook and how that would affect the group. So it was really interesting to take that on board and go back and have a think about how that would affect things. Thank you very much, Michelle, for subscribing to the Patreon. The Patreon is so important to me, to you guys. The Patreon, for those of you who are new, is where all the written versions of my stories live. It is a great community. Sadly, the community bit is paywalled because that's a Patreon thing. You're not allowed to kind of send me direct messages unless you subscribe. I've set the subscription, the lowest subscription at $1 a month because that's the lowest that Patreon will literally let me put it. But we've got, for free, you've got access to all my stories in their written versions. There are extra bits, like I've done some JiKook wallpapers, I've done some JiKook cross-stitch, or not JiKook, just JiKook, BTS cross-stitch patterns that are there. You can talk with other JiKookers in a safe place in the comments on things. It's, if you can subscribe, never any pressure, but $1 is the equivalent of like anywhere between 500 and 1,000 views on YouTube as far as ad revenue goes. So $1 is actually quite a big deal in YouTuber type of terms. But what I enjoy about the Patreon is that it's a place where I can talk to you guys directly. I can tell you what's coming so you know to look out for it because YouTube notifications are rubbish. do not ever assume that you're going to get a notification for what you want. Don't. So anyways, but yes. So that's the Patreon for those of you who are new. Wanda, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I think that the fandom needs some help because it has gotten pretty horrific. I've been through some pretty horrific times in the fandom over my years as Army. But lately, it's been bad. It's been really bad. Right, so you've read Pure. You've read Carve Me Up with Addison. Give you a quick rundown on what's coming up next. Like I said, the Halloween I'm thinking is going to be a week from Friday. I'm hoping to have the first chapter of When the Storm Breaks out for this Friday. If not, I will have something. I still have a kind of a little backlog of a couple of bits and pieces. It might not be the full whack of a story. I mean, it'll be a full story, but it might not be a massive hour-long video like I try to do every Friday, because I've been doing those quite regularly. And it's, yeah, you guys get it. I know you get it. So we've got, I think, When the Storm Breaks is going to be 5 episodes. Probably 5 episodes. 5. I can usually guess that 10,000 words will be. It's about 1,000 words 1,000 words for every 10 minutes. So 5,000 words is going to be a 50-minute video, give or take. Hello, Mergen. Mergen has entered the chat. We were just talking about your Halloween story and how I'm apologizing that it isn't going to be out on Friday like I was hoping. But I'm going to put it out next Friday instead because it's the Friday before Halloween. And that's good timing for it. But also, I'm not quite done and I don't want to rush it because you know how much I enjoy your prompts. Hello to the Netherlands. Not that far from you. I'm in the UK, for those of you who don't know. If you are a UK JiKooker, definitely join the Patreon because I am still in the back of my mind trying to figure out something that we can do a meetup, which would be fantastic. So we'll get there. It's a Halloween story, Morgan. So you know you're going to get it by the end of the month. You definitely know you're going to get it by the end of the month. And then it's going to be time for my favorite time of the whole year because I can open up commissions for Christmas fluff. And I love writing Christmas fluff. So we'll do that. Hello, Della Vida. Hello, Hungry. It's nice to see people from across the world. It always kind of, Michelle's in Scotland. It always drives me like absolutely boggles the mind that there are so many of you from so many different countries. I think it's 147 or something now. I keep a list. I keep like my treat to myself when I finish like a big project as I pull out my special purple folder. And I have in here, it's like an ASMR thing now, isn't it? I have in here, I keep track of like all the countries I've ever gotten views from. And there's like, it's highlighted if your country has had views from it. The last time I checked, because I keep meticulous notes on this. Silver, if you're watching, see, I can stay organized sometimes. Last time I actually checked was on the 30th of September, and there were 147 countries that I had views from, which is just crazy. It's 147 out of 249, but I'm not sure if that includes Palestine yet, because I know Palestine is now recognized. So that was at that point 59%. 59% of the countries in the world have like watched one of my videos. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And I love it so, so, so much. Hello, Lisa from America. And hello from Jamaica. God, now that would be a place I'd love to be right now. Because I'm in the UK and the weather here is crap and it's dark already. It's going dark so early and it's dark when I wake up. There's only so many fairy lights I can put up in the house without it looking just a bit weird. How do you guys cope with the darkness? Tell me. Are you in a country where it gets dark early in the winter? I definitely do that whole cuddle up with a book and read. A book and a cat. He's still here, by the way. He's like... Still being grumpy. He needs his mama time tonight. Is it not? It's yeah, I suppose you're a lot further south than I am in Jamaica, Bella. A lot further south. Annette, you're probably... Why do I get the feeling, Annette, you're probably part vampire? You've just got that energy going, like you're going to live forever. You seem immortal to me, Annette. Definitely. I don't hate the cold and snow. I really don't hate it. However, I like it in limited amounts and with a huge dose of Christmas. After that, it can go away. Is the polite way of saying that. Yeah, Silver's making a point there. Michelle, what brought you to BTS? Live like JK. Gosh, that's advice, isn't it? If we all exercised as much as JiKook did. Though having said that, he has to counter that mushroom pasta he made the other day with all that cream and everything in it. So what do you want to see if I'm getting ready to open Christmas fluff commissions? What do you want to see in Christmas stories? You guys need to start thinking about prompts, or if there's a trope in particular. I want to write a coffee shop AU. I haven't written a coffee shop AU in ages. Think of a cool little twist for it, though. I'm a sucker for a good coffee shop AU. Do enemies to lovers as long as it's not too angsty. I don't read angst. There's some great, fantastic JiKook writers out there. But if it starts to get too much tension in it, I just no. Like I'm fine with it being just warm and predictably soft, and it better have a happy ending. I do not read books without a happy ending or stories at all. Life is difficult and challenging enough. The uncertainty of knowing whether the story is going to have a happy ending or not, don't want it. I'm too soft. Can you believe I was actually a literature major as well? So like my tastes have changed hugely since I was at university and reading some pretty dark stuff. Because that's what literature is, isn't it? When you get the Pulitzer Prize winning or blah, blah, blah prize winning, and it's always something depressing or gruesome. Don't get me wrong, they're important books. If you haven't read Han Kang, who won the Nobel Prize for Literature, but that our beloved Namjoon has been recommending for years as a Korean writer who writes about some really, really important issues that have faced Korea in the past, then by all means do, but it's hard reading, really hard, and in touches quite gruesome. But yeah, used to read that, and now I'm like, nah, fluff, please, lots and lots of fluff. So, is there anything in particular? I mean, I just came because I released that video talking about JiKook and the issues in the fandom facing all three of them. And I wanted to make sure that you guys are all right, because it's been rough. And I think that we need to make sure that we are together in this community. United in making sure that we're combating the hate as much as we possibly can. Don't engage with it. When you guys see hate comments, don't engage with them. Report and block, but don't give them air. Really, don't give them air. Autumn. Oh, Lisa's saying an autumn leaves and spring day finale. Lisa, were you the one? Someone had recommended that they wanted to see the Christmas date that didn't happen. Was that you? I have that written down. Aw, Jill, it was nice getting to know you as well. Hope you have a good day at work. Annette wants a sweet present under the tree. You can tell me which one you want the bow on? JiKook having a beautiful wedding and starting a family. There are a lot of people who want to see stories about JiKook with children. Maybe it's because they're getting older now, and we hope that they get the freedom to start a family. I was one of those people that when it was spotted years ago now, when we spotted baby shoes in Namjoon's studio, that I was like, oh, I hope he actually has a baby somewhere because I can't wait to see the kids. I cannot wait to see the kids. Bangtan babies are going to be so cute. Yeah, I think the only time I've written them with children is at the end of one story, a little bit, but not anything. That's the whole. Oh no, I suppose there's stuff like they've been aunties and uncles. Stories like He's a Keeper. Kids are a thing. I'll take that on board. I'll definitely take that on board. Leo, the crazy hate posts are usually not on my videos at all, but you'll find them all over social media. Places like Twitter, in particularly, are quite bad. I've seen them on Facebook. I've seen them on Instagram. Not so much on Blue Sky, but my account is quite small on Blue Sky. So I get them on some of my videos on TikTok. I get hate comments. Tend to be in foreign languages. Fewer on TikTok, fewer of them are in English, more of them are in other languages. Right. Okay. Well, I was not supposed to be here long term tonight, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I just wanted to make sure that everyone was okay. Everyone was chill. We're all cool. We're all on board. Positive thoughts. We love these members, and they love each other. Yes, sometimes some of them are closer to each other than others, and their lives have gone in different patterns and different directions sometimes, but they still are Bangtan Sonyeondan. They are BTS. They are Seven. They are committed to being Seven. We need to be committed to supporting all Seven because that's what they do. Evelyn, my perspective on JiKook. Oh, you're going to throw that hand grenade in just as I was like getting ready to leave. My perspective on JiKook is that they are lovely. They're friends, but I have never seen any evidence of anything other than a friendship there. And the The biggest struggle I've had with it over the years has been the way that JiKook accounts, influencers, YouTubers, certainly one or two of the big YouTubers, are happy to manufacture evidence. They're happy to manipulate videos. They're happy to create really horrifically harmful narratives to feed those shippers. Ask a JiKooker if they've watched the original source material on most of these moments that they're talking about, and they haven't. They get all their news, all their material, all their reference from these JiKook accounts. Always go back and watch the source material. I think that's something that as JiKookers, I've always been really proud of us for, is I don't watch JiKook edited accounts of their live streams. I watch the live streams and I will double check the translations because translators all have their own bias. It's important to, even if you think you found a neutral translator or neutral translation, double check it. Check it against the Weaver's translation, official translations, though sometimes those are not correct either. But you know, there are so many nuances to languages. It doesn't work as easily as you would think it is, as it should, for just translating word for word, because there are a lot of nuances that get left out. And certainly there's cultural nuances, translating something from Korean into whatever your culture is, because just because I would see something and take it one way from my culture or my perspective doesn't mean that someone who lives in another country around the world or on another continent is going to take it the same way. We all have, and that's not to say any one country is better than any other, because they're all good and they're all bad. They all have good and they all have bad. There isn't a best. So my biggest concern with JiKookers is not any of the members or what the members do, but the influencers and the accounts and the way they manipulate the fandom. Knowing in some cases they've been caught out and they know they're spewing lies, but they do it anyways because their YouTube accounts are huge and they want to keep it going. So Hype Boy, yeah, I've never seen Hype Boy's translations or DJ. I've not heard of DJ Gino, but if Silver trusts them, then I trust them because she knows her stuff. I've heard a lot of good things about Hype Boy. I can't say that I've ever seen any of his videos. If it's someone who goes back to the original source material when they're creating commentary or analysis, that's what we want to see. I love a romantic edit. Don't get me wrong. I mean, obviously, I've got my songs that I wrote that I did edits for to put to the music video. But that's not looking at a moment in an objective way at all. So when I do things like the Only Facts videos, we go back and we look at the moment as it happened, the translation that's accurate, and that's what we look at. We don't look at manipulated, slowed down, set to romantic music, trying to influence you type of things. It's JiKook. We don't need to. We really, really don't need to. It's funny. I was writing over the weekend. I had an idea for an Only Facts video before this Veman Kook stuff started. And going back and looking at the two main dates that we suspect are particularly special to JiKook, May the 13th, 2015, and November 8th as well. And how many anniversary markings have happened on those dates and what the odds are of these things happening. And there's no way that you can start to do some research on this and deny that JiKook is real. Because the odds against this stuff happening repeatedly, over and over. And you know that the more times something happens, the greater the odds of it actually, or the greater the odds against it happening are to see this pattern emerging. And that's before you even include stuff like, choosing each other for military service and all that. It's just crazy. It's absolutely, absolutely crazy. The video, I still have the script halfway done. I might do it, I might not do it. But as I said in my video today, I've stopped doing JiKook analysis because I don't need it. You go back to 2017, 2018, into 2019, early part of 2019. One of my Twitter besties, who's a fellow JiKook writer. If you've not read Humble Start 1 and you do like angst, give Humble Start 1 a go. She's great at angst. But back then, she and I, we were the ones that were scrutinizing the videos and double checking, like people have been doing the furniture. Why is the couch in the room that Jimin's doing the live in, for all intents and purposes, JiKook's sofa that was missing? It's like, so all those things that people spot, that would have been me. But it got to a point where I just kind of didn't need that anymore. I'm like, okay, it's proven. Why would I go and spend my time reinventing the wheel? Is that a good analogy? Maybe not a good analogy. Why would I go spend my time proving the wheel is round? About that. So I don't. I really don't. The stuff that you guys have gotten on the Only Facts stuff is mainly stuff that I discovered back when I was doing that type of thing. And now I'm happy to leave that to other people who feel that they need the proof, but I don't. Thank you, Silver, for reminding people to like it. I'm not. Okay. Thank you for sticking around, Silver. Hope your mom's all right. When people ask me about how I feel about JiKook and whether I think they're real, I've always said the same thing, which is it came to a point that I couldn't deny that they were real because of all these coincidences, because of all the stuff that we've seen. And this is, even before Rose Bowl and military service and all that type of thing. Jungkook's eyes do not lie. That man shows the world every emotion he is going through is right there in his eyes. And he still looks at Jimin like he hung the moon and stars. You don't enlist in military service, one of the most difficult and grueling periods of your life, with your ex-boyfriend. And when they came out, you guys saw their live on the day that they were discharged. They were stronger than ever. So I came to a point ages ago where I believed that they were together, and I have not seen anything to change that. Okay, they didn't wish each other happy birthday or whatever on social media. I don't wish my family social media happy birthday on social media either. If it's my husband's birthday, I wake up in bed next to him and I say happy birthday. I don't run to Twitter to do it. Sorry, honey, just a sec. I've got my phone. That's not how real relationships work. because he hasn't been spotted together for a week or two, that doesn't mean anything. What's on social media is not real life. So that's, yeah, I feel quite strongly about that. I really, really do. They are who they are and they have their private lives. And as long as we keep getting moments where they are looking at each other that way and interacting in that way and excited to see each other, JiKook is not in. There have been some huge declarations. No one can deny GCF Tokyo. No one can deny Rose Bowl. No one can deny, that sweet little neck kiss in Malta. That still I have such a soft spot for. Those are public declarations. They really are. Military enlistment together and companion enlistment. Anyone who thinks that's fan service or that was in the contract, I have words for that I can't say on YouTube because it'll get my video banned. However, those people need to take a long, hard look in the mirror and decide whether they actually love these members or not. Because I think they're trying to take two pretty dolls together and make them kiss. But these aren't dolls. They are real people. So anyways, JiKook and the proof of JiKook and what they have is in the quiet moments. It's in Jungkook sitting on a live stream and watching Jimin content for hours. He didn't watch anyone else's content for hours, did he? JiKook is in the quiet moments. If you listen, if you open your ears and you listen, it's there. Oh, it's there. And it's beautiful. We all want what JiKook have. All of us. Yeah. As CZ there, holding a finger or kissing the shoulder in Malta in the kitchen. Yep. Oh, that was so sweet as well. It's there. It's them sitting, cooking for Jimin after a concert is another one. It's the amount of times that they're sitting there and you don't notice until you stop and look again that they're rubbing feet up against each other, or they're sitting kind of with their pinkies linked, or what. It's that touchy. They're always touching. And it's so natural. It's just natural. They probably at some points don't even realize they're doing it. Exactly. If the other unit had done the companion program, and there's all these weird, yes, but they were going to, and da 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 da. They didn't. We'll just say that. They didn't. And it isn't about just tattoos or anything else. They didn't. Yep. That's another one. Seeing them leaving the stage in the dark and they're instantly holding hands. They reach for each other. They touch each other. And the litmus test for this is always, do you see this behavior between any other two members in Bangtan? Because if it was just fan service, they'd all be doing it. They'd all be doing it. If it was just idol culture, they'd all be doing it. And even more, that what bothers me is the whole, but they're Korean, and Korean men are more affectionate. Yes, but that doesn't mean that they go around grabbing each other's backsides the way JiKook do. So they do always have to touch each other. Do we have proof that he chose military service over the Super Bowl? I don't know whether that's ever been confirmed. It might be, and I just haven't seen it. But you know me, I'm very like, if there's no proof, I'm not going to go along with it, and I'm not going to tell you guys. I will only tell you if I've actually seen the proof with my own eyes. Hello, Kezia from California. Oh, what a great state. California is awesome. I haven't been in years and years and years and years, but it is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, he did talk about it in the States. Oh, that's cool. If at some point in time, Lee, if you could drop the link to that, or it's okay, I'll look it up. I definitely want to see that. Right. I'm waiting until the comments kind of catch up and stuff so I can see if there's anything else. But yeah, that's my take on JiKook is that eventually the weight of evidence was that they were real, and I have seen nothing to change my mind since until they start acting like ex-boyfriends, then they're still together in my mind. Completely. And I do think it's hilarious, this whole thing with the sofa and Jimin's birthday live. That Jungkook's sofa appeared in Jimin's. No, I don't know whether we can say Jimin's house. Wherever Jimin was doing the live had Jungkook's sofa in it, or an exact match of Jungkook's sofa that was currently missing from Jungkook's house. Circumstantial evidence, yes, but pretty strong, that one. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. Like I said, I was getting ready for bed. I'm here in my pajamas. I'm going to go make a nice cup of tea and get a soft book, something cozy. Trying to think if I have a JiKook story open on my phone. I don't think so. I think I finished the last one I was reading. I reread one of Ninjava's. What's it called? Lions, Tigers, and Flamingos? I don't remember. It was a zoo one. I should remember because I think she dedicated it to me. It was from one of the fests that she and I used to run ages and ages ago. But it's fun. It's JiKook at the zoo. What's not to like? Cozy, soft. Right. I love you guys. I purple you. Sarange. Be kind to each other. Be nice to each other. Try and go off and do one extra bit of kindness today. Smile to someone. Remember that if people are having an absolutely, like if they're being horrible to you, odds are they've probably had something really horrible happen to them that day, but we can break the pattern. We can break the chain. What's the saying? If you can't have Jimin, be a Jimin. Just be a Bangtan, be a Tanny. Go off and spread that love. Love yourself. Love those around you. Right. Good night, guys.